And Shalom, Shalom. Koholo Yahabashim Shah says New York Times calls for Ministry of Truth, urging Biden to appoint a reality Caesar to head up fight against misinformation. So they've been going into misinformation, so-called misinformation, real heavy lately. So through the spirit, we know that the famine of the word is approaching. A brother made a video with this dude with a sign, a protester with a sign that said, it said something to the effect, what was it? I think it said something like they trying to take your freedoms, and then he flipped the sign around and it said, mark of beast, the mark of the beast is like next to head or something like that. So that was spiritual. So they about to push for that mark, and the famine of the word is going to arrive, and then people are going to basically look everywhere for the truth, and it's not going to be found because the prophets are going to be off the street. All right, so it says striving to silence voices with which the mainstream media disagrees. So basically it's saying, if you're not a slave, or if you're not believing what everybody says, then basically you wrong. It says the New York Times has urged President Joe Biden to appoint a reality Caesar to lead the fight against disinformation and domestic extremism. And yes, George Orwell fans, America's supposed newspaper of record, used the phrase reality Caesar in describing the task force leader that several experts recommended would be needed to take charge of the cross-agency strategic response to those odious people who say things deemed false by the government. This will be equivalent to the Ministry of Truth in Orwell's 1984, and the New York Times experts see the Secretary of Truth, or reality Caesar, turning loose the tools of Big Brother to crack down on those conspiracy theorists who have created the reality crisis. So they creating these problems, and then on the other hand, they pointing the finger at so-called conspiracy theorists, but through the spirit we know that that's eventually going to be pointed at the men of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, so then it says Big Brother. It's no coincidence that it says Big Brother, because it's talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And it says Ministry of Truth in Orwell's 1984. So they don't make these different movies, books, and stuff for no reason. That's Esau trying to play as if he's the Most High on the left-hand side. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And again, that's how Esau tries to seem as if he's being prophetic. He puts different things in his movies, his TV shows, and books, and newspapers, and things like that. All right. And this is Amos 8:11. It reads, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but for hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So people are going to be searching everywhere. They're not going to find the word or the prophets. All right, and this is Revelation 12:12. It says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's what we seeing. They trying to push forth this famine of the word on the left hand side. That, and then they got various other things, and pursuant to Psalm 91, the Lord is going to protect his men. Lord willing, we endure to the end. At this point, we can see the Lord's works. Because he's He's protecting the men of the Lord, the sincere brethren. It says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. It says, it's verse 3, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, which is the traps. It says, and from the noisome pestilence. That's at the very end. And you know that we hoping to be in that lot. All right, and currently, through the Spirit, in the Lord's counsel, he's keeping us from those things, and apparatus are we endure to the end, to repeat. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Call light, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabashim, Kagadah Shalom.